somebody comes here for the first time, I think it's amazement. They're transported to this other world. The outside of our architecture is actually Spanish Colonial. But when you walk inside, it's an East Indian style. And on paper, it shouldn't work, right? But it does. Those two architectural styles feel really good together from the outside and flows to the inside. And all of those pieces really come together to create what is, really a unique venue. The theater was a gentleman by the name of Charles Toberman, and he developed the Chinese theater. He developed the Egyptian theater. He just had a vision as somebody that wanted to bring entertainment and develop businesses and help grow Los Angeles. When the theater originally opened, it was a vaudeville house, right? So there was live stage productions or stage plays that took place here. Many of the silent film stars of the day performed on stage here. From 1926 to 1941, it was vaudeville, right? It was just live stage productions, but there was a day that changed, and what that was the premiere of Citizen Kane.
Charles Foster Kane is...
The future were talkies, right? Not silent films, but actually films with sound. They actually covered up all the architecture that we know and love today. They plastered over it, and they made it very Art Deco, which was the style at the time, right? And it was, the name of the theater changed to the Paramount, and it remained the Paramount from 1942 all the way to 1988. And in the 1980s, the Walt Disney Company was looking for a place to showcase its motion pictures, right? So the Walt Disney Company came in and actually worked for 3 years to do a museum-grade restoration from 1988 to 1991. And they actually took it and restored it to how it originally was in 1926, including the name. It was no longer going to be the Paramount. They changed it back to the El Capitan Theatre and restored it to its grandeur. We exclusively show Disney films, and that's either first-run films or catalog titles, which gives people an opportunity to see movies that they love from the past.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
We also have stage shows before our films, singers, dancers, our greatest stars, Mickey, Minnie, Buzz, Woody, you name it, they've been on this stage, right? Play the Mighty Wurlitzer pipe organ every Friday and Saturday. So on the weekends, the pipe organ is always played, and it's also played at special events and premieres.
Playing this organ, I consider an immense privilege. It was considered probably one of the prize organs that the Wurlitzer Company put out. It came from the San Francisco Fox Theater. It was built in 1928. It's something you learn over a period of time. They hired 2 organists, and they hired me as a backup. They said, don't give up your day job. I was a high school theater teacher. Well, within a year, it was obvious it was going to work, so I gave up teaching and came here.
Here we are 4 stories up at the El Capitan. You'll see several of the pipes, including many of the musical instruments. So you're really getting to see, what makes this instrument so special and the pieces that actually push that musical sound out into the ether. Here we are in the backstage of the El Capitan Theater, and this is really a special thing because when we have those special events and those premieres, we often invite some of those celebrities or VIPs to sign our autograph wall. So we're looking at our latest and greatest El Capitan autograph wall. You've got everybody from Jamie Lee Curtis, Yvette Nicole Brown, Selena Gomez, Samuel L. Jackson. May the force be with you, right? Here we are in the lower lounge of the El Capitan Theater, just under the main lobby, and this is our archival history display that tells the story of the theater for the last 100 years, all the way from 1926 up into our most recent premiere in 2026, and it tells the story of this grand movie palace. When the Walt Disney Company restored the El Capitan in 1988 through 91, we worked with a world-renowned theater designer named Joe Musil, and Joe helped restore the theater by using photographs and actual historical information that was available, and he built many models to help that process and help the actual team that was doing the work. And behind me here, you've got many of those models here. Some of them were conceptual because the company really took their time before they decided to restore it exactly how it was in 26. There's so many premieres over the years, and our guests, they get to come down here and experience this and see these imagery and remember those great films that they have a part of their lives. The building is an empty space without the guests, right? Because every day our goal is to entertain people, and it's to make sure that people who come here leave with the best movie-going experience possible.